Hey YouTube, hey guys, how's it going? Thomas here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start on our green production. I think this is maybe our 8th video. I'm not sure. I've then lost track. We've shot so many. But anyways, okay. So right here in our last video, we actually got the red production set up and we got everything going nice and smooth here. So now we need to do green production. And what this requires is it requires a series of things to do the green production. So we need a minimum of 24 things in order for green production to actually work. And I'm not really sure how we're going to actually go about doing that as far as where are we going to build them, because this is kind of a small area here, but I'm going to try to put everything in this area. And this is kind of small for 24 units. So I think if we actually switch the assemblers from these larger ones down to blue assemblers, we can get by with maybe 16, but still 16, that's really not a lot. So let's go ahead and try that right there. We'll go ahead and do we need to do 8. So there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So there will be 8 right there. And that will be as far as our assembly machines go. Now the input for green is transport belts and basically inserters. So what I'm going to do for this, we're going to try this. We're going to try with one belt line down the middle here. And this is how I want to actually set this up here. So we'll do that. And hopefully if this all goes according to plan, this should work. Now this is going to be our green belts here. And I don't know why I did that. I should have just done it all once. So I was trying to keep rotating and stuff here, So we're going to do our output right here. And let's see. Wait, what are we doing here? Oh my God, I've done screwed up. Sorry guys, we done messed up here. Okay, this is going to be our input line. Geez, I'm sitting here saying output. No, this is not output. This is input. I'm going to have you guys all screwed up and you'll never be able to play Factorio. All right, so this is our input right here. That's why I stopped it. I was trying to think, why in the hell did I stop it? Why didn't I run it in there? But no, that's the input. So we're going to put these here. Now this will be our output and this will be for our green belts. Now, what we're going to do in this video is a technique that I like to use, especially for people who are new to the game, who are struggling and stuff like that. And this ain't really going to work right here because the way we set this up down here on the last video, this ain't going to work, especially for green. Especially for greens and stuff going on this belt because it'll force them onto the red belt line. So we're gonna have to reconfigure all this. This here has to all be redone because this setup ain't gonna work. Now there is a solution here, and we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Let's delete this because we did this in the last video, and this ain't gonna work. So what we'll do is we'll wipe all this. We'll put in an actual inserter right here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the priority so the output will always be filtered if this works right. Now I don't know if this is going to work right or not. I'm afraid it's going to throw it one on one side of the belt, one on the other side of the belt, which I don't really like if that does happen. So we'll put red. Well, that's not what I wanted. Let's switch that. I went okay. Well, all right, there we go. Now that'll work. So the belt priority will always be like that, and then the green will always end up on this side. So hopefully if that. Well, it put it all on the side I wanted it on. It's just not the way I wanted it to actually work. So that's not going to work. So let's try this again. Two times a charm. So we'll run this back here some, and we're going to we'll try to configure this actually again just to see if we can actually get this stuff so it works the way we want it to work. And typically that's normally what happens with anything that you do like this. It's just nothing ever really works. So we're going to have to try to figure out what would be a good way to actually make all this stuff work. And I'm not really sure because I think if we do it like this and I actually set it up so anything that's red goes on this side of the belt, everything that's green will go on this side. But this is like, I think, the exact same setup we just had, right? So we're going to have to I'm going to have to work on this here, and I'm not going to mess with it right now, but I actually did green. I wanted red there. But it's still going to, I think, mess up here because this ain't the right setup that we actually need. But the red's all going to go on there, but the problem is the green, when it goes on there, I don't think it's going to go on there right. It's going to screw it all up because the green is not going to drop on the correct side. The green is going to go either or, and that's not really a solution. Now, I do have an idea what we can do here now. Let's see. No, this is not going to work. Actually, no, this will work because I can just do it like that. We'll have to relocate our inserter here, so this will work. and we'll drop this in like that. And what this will do is if we actually put a green one here, because remember, green is only going to be coming on this one belt. It ain't going to be on the other belt. So the green will all drop right here, and it'll be filtered over, and it'll all be green forced. So that will work there. Now, okay, we have that set up, and that's fixed. So as far as the green potions go, let's go ahead and we're going to set all these here will be green. So this will be our green production. Okay, so green will all go there. And as far as where the potions will drop up here, we'll just drop them all straight into there, and then that'll work just fine. Now these here should just all that, we'll clean that all up, and we'll stick that in there. That way there's no problem, and that will cover our green research. Now let's just set the factories up here. That way they all have power going to them, so everything's actually functioning here for once. It's like, okay, nothing's working. What's the problem? Oh, we ain't got no power. Yay. you know what I mean, guys? It's like, oh, I forgot to hook that up. And I'm pretty sure everybody at one point or another has actually forgot to hook their stuff up. So there's your green research right there. And this is all the research and stuff basics right here. So now we got to actually feed everything into the green research area. Now this requires we need inserters, and we also need belts. So as far as belts go, we more or less just need one machine producing belts and one assembly machine, and we need iron plates. So right here is where we actually started off earlier, and we actually created these assembly machines here, and we actually only needed 3. What? Oh crap, someone's getting destroyed. Upper part of the base just got damaged. Okay, but right down here we built 6 of these, and the fact is we only need 3, right? So we're going to steal from those now. And this is what happens with Factorio. When you start stealing, everything goes to hell. Remember that. Everything goes to hell when you steal in Factorio. Because you start taking away from one thing, then it's like, well, I shouldn't have done that. But now it's like, well, I did that anyway. And let's see how this is going to work. So we're going to steal here. We're going to do this. I have an idea of what we can do here. So we're going to go ahead and run this up 2. And we'll actually do 2 here. And then we'll tie it in like that. Then we can actually share that belt between our gears and our plates. I don't really need the plates to go all the way down like that, but I think there's a trick we can use. I'm not sure if this actually works or not. We'll try that. And that trick does not work. I've actually seen people try to do that, but I know that ain't working. But okay, we're going to go ahead now, since we do have what we need here, and we're going to actually set this up for belt production. So we'll set our belts up here. This will give us our belts. And because we are making belts, I want this to go fast. We'll just use fast inserters here. Normally I would just use regular inserters, but for that right there, I wanted to make it fast, so that way the belts are getting what they need as they need it. And we will run our basic line right down here. That right there is going to come over. I don't want to tie that in, and we'll run this right up to here. I like to keep everything kind of nice and neat, and there you have it. And there will be our belts right there, our belts that will actually feed into the greens. So now we're getting our belts and stuff right there, and you know, we got enough assembly machines here that's actually supplying the belts. So, and as far as belts goes, we only need 1 machine here producing belts. We got 3 machines producing belts, which is more than enough, and we have enough down here. So this here should all be fine. We shouldn't have no issues here. Okay, so that's settled. So now the next thing that we actually have to do is where things get a little bit more complicated. We need actual inserters. Now, building inserters is one of those things that's like, well, what do I do? What do I need? Well, you need gears, you need iron plates, and you need electric chips. So to start with, we're going to need to actually build electric chips, which requires copper plates. So we got the copper right here. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and start stealing copper off the belt. Let's see, where can we go for copper? I need to find my splitters there. Okay, here we go. We'll do a splitter. And this should give us right here what I want right here. Okay, there we'll have our copper, and now we're going to, since we are going to take it off of this belt line here, I know there's a couple different ways, you know, guys, we could actually do this, but as far as I'm doing this, we're going to go ahead and do it this way. I'm kind of wanting to actually make computer chips right here, electric circuits, because I can take the iron and the circuits all at once, and I would only need 2 of these, but I'm going to put 3 down as usual. We'll actually just do our chips right here. I don't really like doing chips here, but that's what we're going to do, and then we'll feed them across onto another belt. So our chips will go onto this belt. So there'll be something here, and then our chips will go here. We need to have our copper. What do we need? Copper. Actually, this is not going to work because this is. I actually have to have our copper right here. So let's redo this. I get so aggravated at times because the way you want to build something on Factorio versus the way you actually lay this stuff out, it can get aggravating because I'm sitting here thinking, well, how do I lay this out versus the right way to lay it out? So right there is your basic copper, right there. So I'm going to add one more there. I only need, I do believe I need 2 of these. We'll make 4 because I always like to overproduce. That's just me. I'm an overproducer. I'm not somebody who likes doing stuff and then it's like, well, this ain't producing enough or that's not producing enough. What's wrong here? I'm just not one that does that. I just like to overdo everything. So, okay. All right, there we go. So there is our iron. So next we need to take this and we need to mix it in with iron plates. Personally, I probably should just feed straight into the next factory, and actually I think we will do that. Instead of doing it this way, we're just going to feed straight to the next factory because I don't really see a point in trying to do what we were just doing there. So we'll just do it this way. There we go. And we'll feed straight over, and by doing that we'll actually mix in. We'll just do fast inserters. That way everything runs a lot faster here and everything goes smooth. So we'll do that. Boom, boom. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to feed everything in straight, and then in addition to that we'll come up here with our belts and we'll get our iron right here. So our iron will come up and then we'll basically tie it up and we will go back and put another splitter right here. So that right there will be how we do that. And then as far as how this is going to go, we'll put our iron in that away. And this will give us our electric chips, which is what we actually need. So that's going to go like that. Now we have our chip production, and then we're going to roll around here and we'll just run down that away, and now we'll throw in a few of these holes. So now we got our electrical chips. So there's that. Now the next thing that we have to do is we actually have to make the gears. We got to put the gears and the plates, all that good stuff together. So how are we going to do that now? So I'm thinking as far as that goes, I could probably get another row here. And I think as far as gears goes, I only need 1 machine or 2 machines making gears. We'll try to squeeze 3 in here. Yep, there we can get 3 right there. That'll be perfect. And what we'll do is we're just going to run this belt right on down here, and this will give us our gear production. As far as these green chips go, we'll have to put them up that way. And I don't think this is going to actually work. Actually, this might work. I might have to reconfigure some of those belts there, but we'll run the green ones like that right there because that's not going to hurt nothing there. Wait, actually no, that's completely wrong. That's not going to work. What in the hell am I thinking, guys? Jeez. Okay, screw that. Okay. I'm trying to get this belts over here and set it up the right way, so that way the red belts are putting the gears straight on the line, taking it from right here. And I keep getting these lag spikes. I'm not sure what's causing it. But yeah, this is not going to work because when these feed on, they'll put it onto that side of the belt where those chips are, and that's definitely not going to work. So I'll leave it like that for now, and we'll have to rethink this here in just a minute. But for now, we can just do it like this. And we will get the rethinking process in just a couple moments here. So that'll go up like that because that'll have to come in there. And then we'll just continue to feed in here. So let's feed. We'll drop this stuff in here. And we will put more gears into production here. So there will be our gear production right there. So there's our gears. So we got our iron plates right here. We got our gears. And we got almost everything we actually need as far as our production goes. Now I got to get all my chips and stuff set up right here, and we can actually start building our inserters. The question is, how do I actually get all this stuff on the right side of the belt? Oh, yeah. I want these chips on this side of the belt, but I have everything kind of jammed up here. I can't really do that, so I'm going to probably just have to kind of run like this here, which I don't want to do. This will do exactly what I want it to do, so there won't be no problems. But I don't like the fact that I am using all this extra space, and that'll go like so, and then this will come just straight down. We'll bend that around, and as far as it's 2 2 2, so I mean this will all work. There shouldn't be no issues with this, but I don't really know which way I actually want to do this. As far as how I actually want to do my output, I'm going to have to figure that one out here in just a moment. I could do my output 2 different ways. One, that belt up there, that don't really matter. I can always take that belt out that's there in the way. I could put my this stuff, I could put the input here. I can run the iron plates to the back side and then input it that way as well. And then the green gets stuck over with the long arm, which is probably going to be the best and most accurate method to do it. So let's go ahead and delete this stuff here. And I don't need any of this here. This stuff's just all in the way. And as far as how many things I need, I just need about 1 is all I actually need. Just, but I'm going to put 2 in here just for the sake of it. How am I going to do this? So we'll do 1, 2. Actually, that's all we need really is just 2. Well, let's stick 3 in here. Maybe I can expand to it later on, but other than that, this is going to be pretty much a really basic, I don't even, crap. Okay, there's that, and we'll do an input, and then we will do the long arm insert like that. And then that way we'll just use that that will input our stuff here. And in this case, the input's going to actually be the iron plates. Then we're going to output what we need like this, and then this stuff will all be, this is all going to go out of here. There we have it. And now this whole research base and everything should be fully set up here. This should give us our green research. And as far as, let's see, what do I want here? Yep, green arms. We'll do boom, boom. There we go. That should all go relatively quickly now. So there you have it. Now I can actually just cut these belts right up through here because I don't need any of that. But this right here is your basic research and stuff. And I'll probably expand this and actually do additional gears and stuff like that, like the red inserters. Because see, the red inserters require iron plates and gears, right? So iron plates, gears, yellows. So a simple way to do that we'll actually just go ahead and do that right now, and that might make my life a little bit easier because I don't need all those that's going in right there. So what we'll do is we'll just actually do this right here. We'll put a red arm here, and in addition to that, I'm just going to actually expand this stuff up so we can just go like so right here, and then we'll drop that straight into a chest if I can find a place to put a chest. Actually, we'll put the chest right there. And which one needs to go? That one. That's the one I want to delete. So we'll add one more thing here, and this is not related to our research, but this is just a way where we can take full advantage of what we're trying to do here. And I'll just drop a chest right in here, and that'll make life just a little bit easier and stuff. That way we'll have this extra research here, and we can just take we'll have inserters, and then we'll have those extras and inserters and stuff as well. So that'll be nice. And any extra inserters that we may have, which will come down here to the very end, we might actually take some of those off and stuff. But let's look at our potions here. Remember, we was having some problems with our potions. Look at how that works there. Beautiful. You see the green ones going off. They're getting split. They're getting dropped on this belt through our splitters and stuff, and they're going to come up here, and all the green are staying right there where I want them. The red are all on the bottom. That's perfect. It's just absolutely perfect. That's what I wanted right there. Red on the bottom, green on the top. Everything looks good. Everything's lining up. So we do have our green research going on now. We got our red research. All of our research and stuff is up and running. So here we go. As far as Factorio goes, we're getting our basic base research up. I know there's a lot of easier ways to do this, guys, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the way to go. And we got a simple base research and base setup right here, and this is all good. I mean, some of you guys I know want these like really nice, fancy designs, but geez, guys, I mean, come on. I mean, what are you complaining about? I mean, if the base works, everything's up and running, and you don't have like a big crisis or nightmare on your hands, I mean, you can't complain. Right here, everything looks like it's flowing good. We do have a problem right here. Look at this belt line here. It's pulling a little too quickly right here. I can see that right there. See how it's spacing those? So we need to actually correct that issue there. So what we'll do, because I want to drop those in like that there, and I'm going to actually, I need to do the same right here. Maybe we can actually get, hopefully we can solid that up a bit. Oh yeah, there we go, look at that. That solided up, nice. That's what I wanted right there. I wanted to try to take some of that space out of there, because that'll slow down our production. And up here you can see it's pulling off the main and putting it over. So that's solved that problem. So, all right, guys. But anyways, there you have it. We got our Factorio base here up and running so far, and everything's starting to come along. We got all of our production and stuff down here for our plates. You know, we got our starting area. We got all of our base defenses up. We got our iron, everything. Rails are going to be coming soon because we are starting to get low on some resources. Like down here, look at these miners. They're all running out of iron. And over here, you know, we got a lot of iron right now, but they ain't going to last forever. So we're going to have to get started on rail production. So that's going to be coming up soon, because I have got to get oil, because we cannot do blue research without plastic, and plastic is a petroleum product. So we're going to have to build a refinery, and I think the refinery is going to make it up here to the top. So we're going to start focusing on other types of tech research here. You know, advanced oil processing, we need blue science packs. A lot of this stuff we need blue science packs. Fuel wagon, I think we can go ahead and research that. Plastics, yeah, see plastic right there, it says petroleum gas. So, you know, that's definitely something that we're going to have to work on and stuff. So let's go ahead and try to research a fuel wagon. That way we can go ahead and get started on our trains and stuff here soon, because we're going to have to get to work on the trains and stuff. But before we really can do that, we're going to have to find a way to increase our you know, weapon systems and stuff like that. And I'm going to have to try to figure out what we're going to do, because look here where I got to go. I got to go through all of this crap up to here to get, you know, our weapons and stuff in place. So it's going to take some serious effort to actually expand up to our crude, and it's going to take time. It's going to be very very time consuming. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get up there, because these guys are evolving. And look at that. I mean, it's just like they're like a freaking plague almost. These attacks are so big and stuff. And yeah, my base, I don't know how it's going to actually hold up here as we expand. But as far as, let's look at our research text real quick, just to see what kind of weapons we can get. I don't think there's really any kind of armor or anything that's going to be available to us better than what we have. You know, we got module armor, but that requires advanced circuits, and I do believe advanced circuits do require plastic. So we're not going to be able to actually even produce any kind of, like, you know, beneficial armor or anything like that until we do get our plastic. So it's going to be really difficult to go up there, especially. My best bet is to actually try to work on like automotives, but I don't have tanks, because I don't have the blue science, which requires, I do believe it's plastic also. So do we have blue science? No, we don't. We'll see. But, you know, that is going to be what we're going to be looking at here in the next few rounds, is we're going to have to be trying to get our, you know, our plastic production and stuff up, because everything requires plastic, which is petroleum, and we don't have petroleum in our base. So we're going to have to go out. I think automotives might be the solution. I can use a car, maybe go out and just start, you know, maybe hand grenading everything. But I don't even, I'm thinking I can build engines. I'm pretty sure I should be able to make engines. I just think the engines have to be made inside of a factory, if I am not mistaken. Let's actually click a factory real quick and we'll just see. Yeah, the engines, yeah, steel plates, gears, all that. We can, yeah, definitely make engines. You know, that's what I was thinking. I didn't think it was anything petroleum related or anything. But yeah, we could probably get an automotive or an automobile and get up there where we need to be as far as expanding up to this area here. But trying to actually secure it and actually take it after going through all these aliens, that's going to be a challenge by itself. But I do think it's doable once we do get up here. But I think the only way we're going to be able to do that is actually go up here by car and, you know, try to collect this and then actually set up a single rail line from point A to point B without signals, and just run trains straight into the base, offload them, and run it up. And that might be the fastest and most effective way to do it. I don't know if we actually have solar panels. I think solar is petroleum. Actually, maybe it's not. You know, if I could do solar, that would probably be the best option for up there. I mean, at least get me some basic type of oil or something going on to get it out of there. But as far as defenses go, I mean, it just gun turrets from hell is really where I'm actually going to be at. So, but anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys liked the base at where we're at so far. And I'm going to have to start thinking here and figure out what I'm going to do here in our next video, because I'm at that point right now where I think that we are going to have to actually leave the base because we need oil. So it's going to be, I guess it's going to be building up defenses. I think I'm going to maybe start some hand grenade production, and I'm going to come down and actually start working on my rail production and stuff, so we can actually work our way up there to try to kill some of those aliens. I think an automobile, it might be our salvation. I can just kind of run up there, get everything set up and everything real fast, get up and running, and you know, once that's all taken care of, then we can actually get our base going and stuff, and we can start getting some plastic production and start working on our oil refining. But with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and peace out, YouTube.